Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Pisces August 29, 2022. You can draw a lot of energy from your reflections and deeper thought today, and you can quietly accomplish much. You prefer to move about with few distractions and happily in your own world. Even though you're often preoccupied today, you're very aware of others. In the first half of the day, you can feel torn between business and pleasure with a Sun-Venus semi-square in play. Watch for agreeing to something just to make a problem go away temporarily. It's tempting, but keep in mind that, by doing so, you're borrowing from your future. Your attention is divided: either your relationships distract you from your work or chores, or you're not entirely present in your relationships because you're thinking about your duties. In truth, the drive towards either area of life is strong these days, and you have all the tools to do both well. Today you will consolidate all the romantic gains you have made over the past weeks. There is a very comforting and solid energy in the air. It is a great time to share feelings in a sensitive and moving way. There is a real flow, and the vibrations are wonderful for creating a great mood of harmony. Perhaps you won't feel so much passion, but simply that it is good to be together. What is on your mind? On the outside, you are a peaceful, sociable colleague to work with. But on the inside, since the moon is glowing in Leo, you could be secretly critical. Maybe you are frustrated with a coworker or a project, since you may feel like something is not working the way it should. If the nitpicky lunar energy seems to weigh you mentally down, you should consider working alone today. You may accomplish more with less stress by taking on a solo project at work. A friendly aspect between the moon, as it makes its monthly visit to an intuitive and imaginative part of your chart, and Uranus in your financial sector, is a monthly event. The difference this time is that 3 days after Mercury returned with the smart head for money needed to get your head in the game and to get money matters moving, this can complement this by inspiring your financial confidence, instincts and imagination. Try to be more modest in your private relations. You tend to think only your views are right and show too little interest for others. This is why you're often perceived as being arrogant or complacent. You must listen to other people's points of view and get off your high horse. Your work or studies will become a lot more appealing and seem to apply more and more to your real life. Go deeper into it and see what happens. Persevering in matters of the heart is to be admired, but if you're still creating confusion through your repetitive pattern of behavior, this needs to be broken. You do have the power to make a breakthrough, and after this phase are able to adopt a more honest approach when new love possibilities become a reality. Wanting to do your best is a wonderful feeling to have, only you might need to learn how to deal with disappointment as well. You tend to put a lot of pressure on yourself to succeed, to do better than average. Your boisterous personality can get you through numerous situations without much effort, but sometimes it's just not about you, and you need to be able to recognize this. Detachment is something many martial arts teach. Consider some such activity. Expect to get more rattled than usual if things don't go quite as you planned. You're sure to notice that you have an even greater need for organization and scheduling on this day. This is what this vibration is largely about. Given your propensity for insisting on doing things your way, any change in what you have planned will throw you off. Be sure that you think before you speak, as an outburst can burn some bridges for you. Be as flexible as you can. While Mars' return to your work sector is going to fire things up on the job front, just as we not only prepare to move into the weekend but over Easter, he is here for the next 6 weeks. On the one hand, this means that you don't have to jump into the deep end, but on the other hand, Mars joins an active team of planets that were never going to slow down for anything. Fortunately, as the moon leaves a nostalgic and reflective part of your chart, it wraps up a visit that has just put how well you know when to keep your work hat on and when to take it off to the test. Nearly 6 weeks after Mars not only returned to your romantic sector but arrived aligned with Venus, the planet of love, the warrior planet of the cosmos, finally leaves today. Venus left 9 days ago, but Mars has stayed on, continuing to fuel your romantic passions and fighting spirit, and as he leaves, something to keep fighting for. This is the point when it becomes more about the journey. Our eyes in the sky. The Leo moon soars through the sky this morning, amping up our charm and intuition. We should all be feeling a little pep in our step, and our minds will be very active. Leo energy can be a bit overstimulating for some, so be sure to check in with your breath throughout the day and take a time out when you need one. The stars shine brightly in the communication realm as the moon opposes Mercury this morning. This aspect helps us feel confident in our knowledge and achievements and ready to share information with the world. Your social media accounts will be on fire, so be sure to post a flattering pic. Communication will be at a peak all day, which could cause some burnout as we near the evening. A gentle connection between Uranus and the moon could cause a little bit of mental wonkiness, but we'll still feel driven to chat with others and check social media. Do yourself a favor and unplug sometime after nightfall. If the social media activity, texting and general chattiness goes too late into the evening, you might end up with a touch of insomnia. That beautiful brain of yours will still be active and hungry for information, though, so put on a nature documentary before bed to help lull you to sleep. The cosmic weather is quiet today until afternoon, when the moon opposes Mercury in Virgo, provoking irrational thought. We are especially sensitive as the moon transits Leo. Certain ideas make sense to us on a conceptual level that we have trouble expressing logically. But that won't stop us from trying. The problem is that when we attempt to communicate our sentiments, we polarize our feeling state and our intellect. This can lead to unease, confusion, or analysis paralysis, as we mix up facts and potential fiction. Our interactions with others get scrambled. We become frustrated that our conversation partner doesn't get what we're trying to say. We will be much better off processing our thoughts through a creative medium now. By sharing our feelings through music or writing, our ideas remain open to interpretation. Others can then connect with us emotionally by bearing witness instead of sharing a reciprocal dialogue. In the evening, the moon sextiles Uranus in Taurus, stimulating surprises. Too much weight today has been placed on trying to rationalize our circumstances. At this time, something happens to shock us out of this expectation. We realize that we have been taking things too seriously, that life is baffling, and that we should enjoy the ride. Our intuition and instincts harmonize. We come to sudden realizations that reshape how we relate with others. We could also learn new information, receive unexpected news, or experience a synchronicity that bears special significance. The stress of the day rolls off our backs as we throw up our hands and submit to the universe's grand plan.